right, we're on to quiz 103, comparing ratios. So here we go. Let's get to it. Let's start over here. A recipe calls for 2 cups of flour and 3 tablespoons of baking powder. Jason uses 4 cups of flour. How much baking powder should he use? We do this all of the time. So the ratio is 2 cups to 3 teaspoons. So now we can use this to create an equivalent ratio, asking about 4 cups. I take a look at, well, the 2 represents the cups, so I'm going to multiply that by 2 to get to 4. So if I multiply that by 2 to get to 4, I got to multiply the 3 by 2 to get to 6. There's an equivalent ratio, and it lets us know how much baking powder should he use. Another thing you could do, we didn't go over it in class, but it's called a double number line. You should have seen some examples of it. And what you can take a look at is if this is for flour and this is for powder, if we do it's 2 cups to every 3 teaspoons, you can skip count and create what's called a double number line. You just skip count by the exact, this would be 9. So each one of these is an equivalent ratio. Pretty cool. All right, let's do that again. A recipe for stew calls for 2 pounds of beef to serve 4 people. All right, so we've got beef and serving, right? So it says 2 pounds of beef serves 4 people. So we'll skip count, create a double number line, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now let's see, 4, 8. See, I'm skip counting by 4 on the second number line because that's the equivalent ratios. All right, so now we can do a recipe for stew calls for 2 pounds per 4 people. Gina wants to serve 8 people. 8 people, let's see, here's serving size, here's 8. Aha, so she needs 4 pounds of beef. How many pounds of beef should she use? 4. So that's pretty cool. The other thing you can think of is this one represents people. How do I get to 8? Well, I times 2. What I do over here, I have to do over there. Different ways to solve the same problem. Pretty cool. Okay. Let's see. Close. Take a look. Again, the same idea here. The label on the juice carton says there's 50 calories per 4 ounces. So the other thing you could do, this was a lesson later, but the unit rate. Now you could find the unit rate and just do it. How many calories per ounce? Well, I'm going to do 50 divided by 4, and you can absolutely use your calculator. 50 divided by 4, there's 12 and a half. There's 12 and a half calories per ounce. Then you can do 12 times 12 and a half, and you'll find out that that is, because that's per ounce, so there's drinking 12 ounces, 150 calories is how much he'll consume. Several different ways to do it, several different ways to think about it. Good job, good thinking. Let me know if you have questions about this. Okay, we're going to move on. A youth chorus has 30 members and 14 are boys. What is the ratio of boys to girls in simplest form? Oh, apparently it's missing. They didn't tell us how many girls. Well, that's okay. If there's 14 boys, then there is 30 minus 14, 16 girls. Woohoo, we're done. Not quite. Simplest form. You can think of this in several ways. I like to take out factors until I'm done. You can do that the step thing if you'd like. So this is step division. It's the same idea. You can write it as like reducing fractions. You can write the ratio in fractional form and reduce. I see a 2. That's all I see. You can only take out a 2. There 2 is the only common factor in the top and the bottom, in the numerator and the denominator. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 16 divided by 2 is 8. That is simplest form. This is one way, 7 to 8. And a fraction, you can do 7 colon 8, colon method, or word, 7 to 8. Great job. I know I'm going fast, 30 seconds left, so look for video 2. Here we go. We're going to get to this one, so definitely look for video 2, and I'm going to cut it off here and start filming over there.